Whoa,
Never
whoa,
mind.
never mind. We're live, pal. We can't discuss such things when we're live.
I don't think that made the air, but that's all right. That's all right with
That's
me.
all right by me.
That's all right by me.
People just joining and now think we have terribly strong Southern drawls.
All of a sudden, I was watching a show earlier that had a lot of people talking like this, and now I'm stuck. That ain't true. I made it up, but still.
But still, man, I tell you what, I'm just talking like this because that's what some good old boys do, and some good old boys doing some podcasts, and that's what we're doing because we're some good old boys.
That's right. That's right. I've been watching this show with Rachel called Yellowstone. It's on Peacock. Maybe you've heard of it.
I've heard of it. I've never seen a single episode.
Pretty good goddamn show. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I mean, I've only got one episode left before I'm run out of. You ever start watching a show and then you run out of show to watch and you're like, now what am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't really watch TV anymore, but I did, a few years ago when I actually watched television.
Yeah. I don't think there's really any TV, like, besides this show, there's not really many TV shows that I get into either. It's like, what do you watch on TV? I watch sports.
That's pretty much it. I watch sports and wrestling. The last show I probably ever watched was Breaking Bad.
So we watched Better Call Saul. If you liked Breaking Bad, if you got some extra time, watch Better Call Saul because that's a really good show too. And that just came back on, and like the new season's been crazy, so that's been fun.
What season is it on? I ended at season 1, and I've never watched it after that. Not that I didn't like it; I just kind of stopped watching TV altogether.
It's on season 6 now,
Holy cow.
this is the final season. So,
can we explain for the people actually watching that this is one of The Rock's original $10,000 shirts? Okay, it's not an original; it's not even ever worn by The Rock. He's never seen this, but it was inspired by The Rock, which was inspired by The Rock behind me.
Who inspired the movie The Rock, correct?
Yeah, he actually inspired Sean Connery to star in it. Was it Sean Connery in The Rock?
There was like a split second there where I was going to do a Sean Connery accent, and then I was like, nah. I better not try to do that. Nah. I gotta tell you, Mayor, I'm a mess. My mic fell apart before we went live here. I'm knocking shit everywhere. I'm just a mess.
Nakamura?
I Kakamora'd something over. Remember when he used to he turned heel and then like his gimmick was he hit you in the balls?
That was an amazing gimmick.
Kakamora.
I liked it. I don't know. I think that was probably my favorite thing for him.
He's the king of strong style, and you right in the nuts, motherfucker. That's what he is.
The king of punch your dong style. Are you okay?
We haven't even started wrestling, and he almost made me spit my fucking. Let us not forget, Mayor of Canton. You are speaking to the reigning, defending Piece of Business pay-per-view champion as I defeated Jeremy and brought the belt back to AWI Pod. So you can praise me now if you'd like.
We are glad to have the belt back in our presence, even though I don't have it anymore, but I praise you for doing such due diligence and picking this pay-per-view I may or may not have even watched.
Shockingly, you know which match won it for me, Mayor? You're not going to believe this. The match that won it for me was Madcap Moss versus Corbin. That was the one that won it for me.
You mean that was a really good match, is what you're saying?
It was a decent match. It wasn't really bad. It wasn't the best match ever, but when you think about that match, you think it's probably going to be unimpressive. But I know a lot of people don't like Baron Corbin, and perhaps his character is a bit boring, but I think his in-ring work is just fine. So
Baron Corbin's honestly one of my favorite people in WWE. I love everything about him. I loved Broken Baron Corbin too.
I think Broken Baron Corbin was better than Happy Corbin.
He was fantastic. I actually, ever since he shaved his head, I've really enjoyed Baron Corbin. I've always liked his work in the ring because he kind of reminds me of Boss Man, but a taller version of him.
Yeah.
And so I've always liked his in-ring work, but his character, whenever he was that lone wolf, didn't really work for me that much. Seems kind of like Damian Priest. It works for him. Well, it did
Yeah,
until now. He's not a lone wolf anymore.
not
Now he's
anymore.
in a wolf pack, but not the wolf pack.
Arr! That
Doom,
was
doom,
me
doom,
trying to
doom,
hardcore.
doom, doom.
What a
Don't
great
turn your
song.
back on the wolf pack. You might end up in a body bag.
So, like, you think about the Wolfpack now, and you think that's silly and stupid that they had two NWOs. But when that shit was actually happening,
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love the NWO Wolfpack. When Sting joined the NWO Wolfpack, which that makes no sense whatsoever storyline wise, but amazing. What a
I,
moment for me.
I had friends in high school that legitimately stopped being friends with each other because some of us wore red and black NWO and other ones wore black and white NWO. True, like it was that big of a deal. Like people that are watching it back that weren't young enough to remember. NWO was that was some real shit going on. Like
That was
everyone
no
would like
joke.
you were watching it and like you'd wait for Monday nights. Like everyone would just be like glued to their TV back then.
Yeah, no, that's just what you did. I think I've had Watkins on here before, and he was saying, if you didn't watch wrestling on Monday night, if you went to school on Tuesday, you were a loser because you didn't have anything to talk about because you didn't watch wrestling. Like, why
Yeah,
wouldn't you watch wrestling? What's wrong with you?
yeah. Homeroom. Everyone talked about like WCW and NWO. Who joined? Who is the whatever the fifth man?
Yeah.
You
And I
know.
remember they're saying I know wrestling took a dip, between like 92 and 96, 97. But I don't remember a time where all the kids I knew didn't watch wrestling. Like everybody that I knew watched wrestling. It's not the case now. Like my kids, no, but they don't know anybody watches wrestling.
Yeah. Not sure
Times have changed.
what it would take to kind of get that back in the pop
Pop
popular
culture.
culture of teenagers, if it is even possible. I mean, they've tried like Logan Paul. Now I know a lot of like people that are our age probably think, well, Logan Paul's a joke or
Who the
whatnot. But I
fuck's
mean,
this guy?
yeah, who the hell's this guy? And same thing with Bad Bunny. Like they literally had two of the biggest pop culture stars in the world, as wrestling on their program, and it
Yeah.
still didn't seem to draw any more like casual viewers.
And
So
and
I
they
don't
had
know what they can do actually to get that viewership.
yeah, I don't know. I
Sorry,
really don't
Vince, if you're
know.
watching this for inspiration. I've
And
got
then you would
nothing for you,
say,
man.
"Oh, you book it like you book the Attitude Era," but that doesn't work nowadays. I mean, to us, I don't watch it every week. I just see
Bro.
highlights of it. To a certain extent, I think AEW kind of does an Attitude Era kind of thing. As the women there are a little bit more scantily clad they are in the WWE. I'm not saying a lot more, but a little bit more. You see a little bit more butt cheek on AEW Dynamite than you see on Raw or SmackDown. Maybe not NXT because they got a lot of butt cheek on NXT. I definitely saw it this week.
NXT is definitely trying to pick up that crowd.
They are, but I'm just saying AEW doing with all the these hardcore matches because I don't know, but it seems like there's a hardcore match every week on AEW.
Yeah, there's some sort of specialty match every single week.
Goddamn, Darby Allin's going to be in
God
his
damn it,
goddamn
pal.
wheelchair. Goddamn.
God damn, all the specialty matches.
Motherfucker, nobody's coming out of a box. If you come out of a box, you're over. God damn.
This isn't like the Memphis concession stand brawl. Those guys were over.
God damn. Hit him with a potato sack. That's how you do it, motherfucker.
Oh gosh, I hope someone hits someone with a potato sack.
I better be full of
It'd
potatoes.
be my new favorite wrestler. I don't care who it is. If it's Ultimate Warrior that comes back from the death and hits someone with a potato sack.
That would be something. I mean, if that doesn't attract casual fans to wrestling, nothing will. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, Vince
will.
McMahon came back from the dead. He blew up in a limousine.
Well, that's only because Chris Benoit died. Anyhow, so I got a funny thing in a DM group that I am in with Glenn and Jeremy. Jeremy sent us this. It's a wrestling card. It is called Brawl Wrestling, which that is an acronym for a Bloody Rage American Wrestling League. So,
sounds like a fight club.
It really does. It's in Yardville, New Jersey. Now, I wish I had somebody on scene to be there for this. It was Saturday, March 4th. Now, I just want to run down some of the wrestlers on this card for you. So in the main event, there's a double main event. Get excited. Double main event. We've got independent superstar. I believe I've heard of this guy, Ace Darling. You've heard of Ace Darling? I think
yes, I've heard of him. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, but I've heard of him.
Okay, now here we go. He is taking on the American champion, Duke Dastardly.
I mean, I do like a good alliteration. You got to have that Duke the Dumpster Dastardly.
And he's managed by Lupus.
By excuse me, the disease.
Lupus. I guess that's what it says. Here's the kicker, though. Mayor of Superstars alum, we've seen him many times on this show. Iron Mark Sharp is going to be the special guest referee for that match. So Iron Mark Sharp's going to be there, wrist brace and all, bowling 300s, motherfucker. So that should be fun. I mean, he was there because this is in March 4th.
Are we watching this?
No, God, I wish.
Oh, okay.
God, I wish. Okay, the next one we got. This is for the Northeastern Championship. We've got Dangerous Dom DeVito.
Dangerous Dom DeVito. Triple D. More D's. Lots of D's.
No, it's Dom DeVito. I think he might be Danny DeVito's younger brother.
Oh, Dom DeVito. Very Italian.
Yeah. Dom DeVito. Hey! He's a cousin with the Joey Mags. Forget about it. And he is taking on Tundra.
Well, jeez. All those names and then Tundra. Do you think Tundra is the lost lineage of another natural disaster?
Like he is. He's not so handsome Typhoon's like fourth cousin, twice removed or something like that.
Or does he just drive a Toyota Tundra?
That's all he's had since the day he turned 16 was Toyota Tundra.
What's this jerk off's name? I don't know. He's pulling in a Tundra. Got it. Writes it down on the card.
That's good shit, pal. Tundra it is. Then we have a lumberjack strap match.
Do the lumberjacks have straps?
I don't know. Or does a lumberjack like use a strap when he's cutting down the trees to like make the tree go the way he wants it to? Like, is that a thing?
I'll buy off on it.
Okay, so that they must be using that as the strap.
Okay.
And we've got the Freak. That's correct, folks. The Freak.
Scott
and he's
Steiner?
going to be taking, huh?
Scott Steiner?
Not
the genetic Freak.
It's the and then all capital letters Freak. So I mean, It could be. And he's taking on General Mussolini.
General Mussolini.
As Jeremy said, was Hitler taken? Which I thought that was great. And the last one here, Mayor, it's a mixed 6-person tag team match. We've got Battleship taking on the tag team of Stacy and Jersey Hurricane, and they are going to be facing Stud Machine, Savage Pain, and Schoolboy Seaman. Yes, that's correct, ladies and gentlemen. Schoolboy Seaman Seaman.
Seaman.
Yes, and God bless you to anybody who went to Imaginations in Yardville, New Jersey to have a look at Brawl Wrestling on March 4th, because that had to be a hell of a card. There was also 3 other matches, and I want to know the fucking gimmicks of 3 other matches.
Do you have ticket pricing on this event?
$12. All seats are $12, pal.
Oh wow, you actually did.
I mean, it's all
researched on.
No, I didn't. It's all on the thing
okay.
here. You can call ticket info, the Brawl hotline 856-783-1966. Card subject to change. Shout out to Brawl Wrestling and Dangerous Dom DeVito, which I've never seen this man. I don't know who he is, but congratulations, Dom. You're the newest member of the AWI Pod Hall of Fame. He deserves it. He's in.
This is more advertising than this territory's ever been advertised. Are we getting paid for this?
No, we're not. But the names on that were so atrocious that I just had to run them by you.
I think Tundra is my favorite, and it's the most like basic. I'm curious to see Tundra.
God damn it, pal! I
swear,
if I could find this show, Brawl Wrestling. If you have a link to, if you have a show, send this show to me. We will watch it on here, and we will make fun of it. If you're okay with us making fun of you, send me that show.
Who knows? It might be really good. It's probably not.
Who knows? I mean, it's Dangerous. Donnie DeVito. I don't know. Anyway.
Dangerous Dom DeVito.
Dangerous
Dom DeLuise. Do you remember Dom DeLuise?
I do remember.
He wasn't very dangerous. I think he did made salad dressings.
Did you ever see like Jay and Silent Bob. You ever seen the Jay and Silent Bob movies, like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yeah.
There's like that part where he wants to pull his you know what out for the girl in the van, and his like angel self is trying to tell him not to do it. And he's like, "Be smooth, be Dom Juan Delanooch," which I don't know. I don't even know what that is, but that always made me laugh.
Dom Delanooch. Okay.
Don Juan Delanooch.
Don Juan. Oh, someone should have, spoke up and sold them on the Don Juan Delanooch
They
name.
really should have. They really should have. Anywho, pal, are you ready to do this? We are going to conclude SummerSlam 1992 right here.
Oh God,
right
you still
now.
had to stick it in on the Warrior.
Sorry,
Couldn't have skipped an extra 30 seconds.
Sorry, pal.
Actually, that was probably my favorite Warrior match ever.
Well, besides the WrestleMania 7 match with Savage, it's up there.
that was probably
It's
this
in
was
the top
good.
3.
I'd have to rewatch the WrestleMania one, but this one was pretty good.
This one was pretty good for an Ultimate Warrior match. I was on Piece of Business last week with Glenn and Jeremy, and I was telling them about how me and you watched almost 30-minute Ultimate Warrior match, and they were like, "God bless Randy Savage for being able to get 30 minutes out of the Warrior."
That was more than like his first year of wrestling, probably combined in the ring was 30 minutes.
2 years, probably, pal. 2 years. So if you're watching with us at a later date, it's 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 18 seconds. We're looking at the Warrior and Savage. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say 1, you hit play. 3, 2, 1. And here we go. They are, I don't know. It ended in a smudge finish. I think Savage lost by countout, maybe.
There was Ric Flair and Perfect interfered and caused a countout.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You got it, Mayor of Canton. You remember. You put the pieces of the puzzle together.
You put me through this torturous activity of watching Warrior for 30 straight minutes, so I had to remember. It's been like burning in my brain for a week straight.
That's what friends are for.
and Mr. Perfect's dressed as a Chippendale.
He does. He looks like he's about to do something strange for a little piece of change.
Like that Chris Farley and who else was it? Was it
Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze skit, yeah.
My favorite Chris Farley thing on SNL was a van down by the river. That was the best stuff.
In a van down by the river. Yeah. That's what Ric Flair just said right now. You know where you live? I live at the top of the hill with the biggest hill and the biggest house on the top of that hill with Mercedes Benzes, and you live in a van down by the river.
Woo! Don't forget that part.
I wasn't even trying a Ric Flair impersonation at all either.
That was pretty goddamn good. The only thing you forgot was you forgot to trash Becky Lynch somehow.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even an attempt. I wasn't doing Ric Flair at all. That was Chris Farley in the promo for some reason.
See, Perfect was just telling Flair too. He said, "Don't worry about it, champ. We can pay your credit card bill. I'll do a little dancing after the show.
And we're gonna go get some kamikazes and some of the what were they called? The Horsemanets. Do you remember? Oh, Space Mountain Nets, maybe. You remember he had girls in.
That sounds a lot. I mean, if you try to line any girls up and call them the Horsettes, that doesn't really sound all that great.
It's not appealing.
No, not at all.
These Buffalo broads. It's not really selling the image.
Buffalo broads. Amazing. There is a smut film out there called fucking Buffalo. You know
probably don't Google that one at work, friends.
No, do not Google that. You do not want to check that out. Dr. Harvey Whippleman. He's got a case there. Dangerous Danny Davis out here too.
Look at Triple D's haircut is great there. Look at that flat top fade. That's not even faded. It's all same length. That looks incredible. I wish I could pull that haircut off.
I mean, nobody can pull off being Dangerous Danny Davis. You're just not that dangerous, Mayor. Sorry.
I'm not.
No one is.
He knife fights in the streets of Kenya.
That's right. For $20.
Mm-hmm. And then flies back home and knife fights in, I don't know,
Brooklyn
City. Brooklyn? Well, knife fights in Brooklyn.
I don't know. Brooklyn might be too nice a place now to get into a knife fight. We need to get Thomas Bryce on here to figure that one out for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sioux City.
Sioux City, Iowa is a good place to get knifed. You're right. It
I'm
stinks.
imagining. Yeah.
It stinks. They call it Sewer City. I'm not kidding.
Yes.
I'm not making this up.
Sewer City. I've never heard that, but I'm gonna go with it too.
Yep, South Sewer City. The Ugandan giant Kamala's out here, the only man in wrestling history to come out here strutting that ass in a loincloth with fucking stars on his goddamn nipples.
He is stomping it out. See?
He really was.
What's he doing? He's dancing.
He was rocking from side to side.
Now Kamala's a babyface here. The crowd's going crazy for him.
They are. I think they went crazy because of the gong hit. I think that's what they're excited for because here comes the Undertaker and Paul Bearer. They
got a Rolls Royce
hearse. It's got to be a hearse,
Rolls
right?
Royce hearse.
It's a UK hearse, so it looks different than ours.
That is fancy.
It is very
fancy. A pretty penny for that thing.
You couldn't get a casket with Kamala inside that thing. The shocks wouldn't hold it.
No, they would just tip over and go.
Absolutely, it would. Absolutely, it would, pal.
Car wrecking off the cliff. It's on fire. New guy's puking his brains out. Sorry, Chris Farley kick right now.
We're driving Chris Farley all over this thing.
New guy's puking his brains out over in the corner.
Because the funny part was, at first I had no fucking idea what you were talking about, but then it hit me when you said, "Two guys puking his guts out in the corner."
Weird ambulance.
He said he didn't have to call me a psycho. Did you see yourself in there? You are a psycho.
Who's the passenger in that hearse? Did he ever go on to become a WWF champion?
Oh, look at these people. Oh, definitely he did. Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't the passenger. That was the driver, pal. They drive on the other side. They drive on the other side of the road there. So
I was really confused. My apologies. Because remember, wasn't CM Punk in one of the cars for John Cena?
John Cena, WrestleMania 22. Yeah.
So I imagine that this is SummerSlam in '92. So in about 6 years, that guy's main eventing some sort of pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, it's true because he never main evented WrestleMania.
That's true. I didn't say WrestleMania though. He had to main event some pay-per-view.
No, you're right. He main evented many pay-per-views.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the best wrestling matches ever. So,
I agree.
Absolutely.
SummerSlam and
Kamala. The whole gimmick here is that Kamala is fearful of caskets, and I don't believe this is a casket match. I want to say they have a casket match at Survivor Series, this same year. When we get there, don't worry, pals. We'll watch that too. So,
he's basically stealing Andre's gimmick of the snake, and he just can't see it.
Yeah, I guess so.
He goes, remember Andre? He goes, oh, no, boss. No baby oil or snake.
No baby oil, no snake. Imagine a snake covered in baby oil. That's Andre the Giant's kryptonite right there.
Man. That's an Alcoholics Anonymous pamphlet. These are your 12 steps, Andre. No.
First step, accept baby oil. No baby oil, boss. And here we go. We're underway.
Nice punch. All the punches.
The big chops to the it's like an undercut to the throat. I don't know how you can explain. Now he's choking nail style.
How tall is Kamala? He looks like he's pretty tall. I didn't realize he was that tall.
He had to be 6'4", 6'5". He had to be.
Okay.
I remember hearing him on a podcast talk about when he first broke into wrestling, he wrestled as Sugar Bear Harris, and they had like a gimmick $10,000 battle royal that he won.
Win it. He thought he won it.
He won, and he literally thought that he was going to get $10,000, and he said he went to get paid, and they gave him $50, and he said, "But I won the battle royal." They said, "Oh, you idiot! That's just a gimmick." Come on, don't be such a mark.
I kind of believe it too.
Well, it came from his own mouth. So
okay.
Man. Unless he made that up. The other day I was on a YouTube dark hole and I landed on a Jim Cornette, Brian Last 25-minute video of them just running down a bunch of things Hulk Hogan lied about, and it was so goddamn funny. I laughed until I cried.
It's like Chuck Norris, though. Hulk Hogan doesn't lie about things. It's Hulk Hogan, so there's like a 1% truth to him.
Oh, was that Whippleman's wiggling the ropes, or that was it just Kamala's quick thinking to pull the Undertaker down?
That was a lot of agility from Kamala. He
really was.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh,
is that the first time we've ever seen him flip over and land on his feet?
Probably not. I want to say he did it in the Hogan match, the match with Hogan at Survivor Series.
That's right.
He's choking Whippleman and Kimchi. Kamala's getting a lot more offense in this thing than I thought he would. Oh,
yeah.
What a swift kick to the gut there by Kamala. I like him. I'm a big Kamala guy. I'm a loincloth guy. Somebody get me a shirt.
I saw Kamala wrestle once.
Just once, huh?
Just once.
Live?
Once. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, one time live. And it wasn't even like it wasn't WWF. It was like some independent show. Unless it was some guy dressed as Kamala.
They probably was.
It's like doink. You just put a couple stars and a moon on your belly.
Get out there.
Sheet of print loincloth.
And a loincloth. Get them out there. If you don't have any paint, just use powdered donuts. It'll be fine. Just load them up with powdered donuts. Is he going to be able to get the big Ugandan giant up with the choke slam? Of course he does. Wow.
Oh, his feet are still twitching.
He's choking him. I thought he was going to at least go for the cover there. He didn't do it. You think you can get him up for a tombstone?
It almost looked like a pin.
Yeah, I don't know if choking someone while pinning them is legal. Ooh. We should ask Nails. He'd know.
Uh-oh. Paul Bear's calling for the end of the match. He's calling for the tombstone.
He said, let's get the fuck out of here. The food here sucks. All they have is boiled pork. Why do you boil your meats, UK? Don't do that.
Boiled pork?
I don't know if that's a thing. I've just heard that.
I'm sure baked beans are involved, though.
Oh, if it's baked beans, sign me up.
Boom! Kick to the back.
The Undertaker didn't win because we got some shenanigans here. So the fight continues. There was a couple kids playing tag in the crowd. I saw them. One kid just slapped the other kid and chased him off because I saw the thing. It was happening in the crowd. Something's happening.
Oh, there they go.
Kids are running. Where's security?
They're heading up the stairs that do not have a divider. Oh, wow. Big splash.
Big splash.
Undertaker's got to be done, right? He can't.
Yeah, yeah. I've never seen the Undertaker sit up after being hit by a bunch of moves in a row. Never once have I saw that.
Nope.
Always going to the second rope. If he lands this, it's over. Oh,
it's got to be over.
That's it. Pin him, you big dummy.
Yeah. Oh, what's he going to the very top? Oh yes.
He's supposed to get the top of that ass whooped. No, come on.
He's going to do a moonsault.
Oh, I will lose my shit if he does a moonsault.
Phoenix
He's going to hit a frog splash.
Oh,
the fact that he leapt pretty goddamn far for a big man.
That was kind of a frog splash. It was more like a whale splash.
Why are you not pinning him?
No one understands this.
He's got bad managers. He needs to get rid of these fucking assholes.
He has two guys, and not one of them can tell him to pin him.
God damn it, pal. So now the Undertaker's up because Kamala didn't pin him, and Kamala's terrified.
I mean, I would be too. He just leapt on the man 3 times.
And so Kamala's
from varying
leaving,
heights.
And the Undertaker's chasing him. And the second...
Was that intentional, or do you think he just tripped over like a cord?
I want to hope that he tripped over a cord, but it was probably intentional. For the sake of purpose of this show, yes, he tripped over a camera cord. Poor Kamala. That was probably one of my favorite things ever. Watched him take a bump in the aisleway there. I don't know why, but I found it to be hilarious.
As he slaps his belly as he walks away.
So for the second match in a row, we're going to get a count-out finish because apparently this is ending in a double count-out.
Is this the third one on this night? Didn't we have one to begin with Michaels and
you're
Martel?
Right. You're right. That match was.
This is the third count-out match in a pay-per-view of a SummerSlam.
You are correct, pal. We're about to watch a classic match here, pal. The British Bulldog versus Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be a classic. We don't know how to do classics.
Sean Mooney's setting it up. We should probably be watching those matches from New Jersey instead of this.
Yeah, man. I need to know what's going on with Dangerous Dom DeVito. I need to know.
And I'm just praying that I can find video footage of Tundra.
Tundra. And British Bulldog, of course, he wasn't even fucking there.
Wasn't even fucking there other than JD McDougal Limited.
It's kind of strange that like clip that he has around his neck for like his cape. It kind of looks like my dog's leash.
It
Which
does
I don't
look
know if
like a
that
dog leash clip.
I don't know if that's what he was going for because he is the bulldog, but it's just kind of funny to me.
I think it is very much kayfabe.
Absolutely, but
Keeping
he
it
said I want it to
kayfabe.
look like a fucking cola.
And then I crushed him. I'm stealing Crush's gimmick.
The London Bridge is falling down.
Why is he's not crushing his hands anymore. Okay.
No, he's
You
not
think
doing
you think Davey's all natural?
it. Hell no.
All natural.
I want to say around the same time Warrior leaves, Davey Boy leaves too because they both either failed drug tests or refused to do drug tests, one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, if you know you're gonna fail, like you probably just should not do it.
Just fuck it, yeah. We got the hitman Bret Hart here. You'll be sorry. I like to say sorry. You're gonna be sorry. Mean Gene Okerlund. He's got the black suit with the. This has got to be his last SummerSlam or his second to last.
Yeah, he was in WCW not much thereafter.
I know he's at WrestleMania 9 because I remember seeing him at WrestleMania 9, but I can't remember anything past that. I watched King of the Ring 93 and I know he wasn't there.
Now, what WrestleMania would this be coming up?
WrestleMania 8.
8. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It would be 9 would be the one coming up.
Okay.
Yes. WrestleMania. And eventually, once we get to where Monday Night Raw starts in 1993, I'm going to start doing another show where we watch. So me and you watch Superstars from the same week of that Raw. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to take us a while to get there because we got a couple of months. But
now, how long did Superstars last? I feel like it stopped after Raw started. Did it last long after that?
Superstars lasted until about 1997. They don't have all those up on Peacock. They don't have all those up on Peacock, but they have all the way up until like 1995.
Wow, I definitely didn't watch it that long.
No, me neither. No.
I probably stopped watching it around maybe around the time Hogan left WCW then.
So there was like a channel. It was because that's a syndicated. Superstars was a syndicated show, and so there was like a random channel. It was like a local Nebraska channel. It was channel 15 when I was a kid, and every Saturday at 11 o'clock they would show WF Superstars. And I used to watch it every single week.
Yeah, I remember it was Saturday morning around like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Because I always slept in and missed all the good Saturday morning cartoons, but I made it up for Superstars.
I remember they had like, do you remember they had Live Wire for a while too, which that was on at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, I did not make it for Live Wires.
See, I've always been a kind of a morning person, and I was even a morning person when I was a kid, so I was probably up watching it.
Yeah, can't say that was ever me. Oh, we got all the kilted men.
We do.
I'm guessing we're getting Drew McIntyre here, right?
It's got to be Drew McIntyre and
it's got to be
Angela. Cutting ropes.
Gosh dang. That last time he was in England, the ropes broke on Bobby Lashley.
That was fucking crazy.
Yo, you saw that video of Lashley just like tumbling over the broken rope?
Yeah, that was fucking nuts. Yeah, I did see
I don't know how he didn't break his neck other than Bobby Lashley's not a mortal man.
I mean, I think that's the only answer, pal, is that he's not. Bobby
if that was James Ellsworth landing on his head, like...
yeah, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else besides Bobby Lashley, there would probably be some problems. Who comes out first? Do they have Dave? I know Bret Hart's the champion, but you think Davey Boy would come? Oh no, Davey Boy's got to be coming out first with this crowd reaction. No, it's God, it's Hot Rod.
Yeah,
I did not see Roddy Piper coming. I should have with the kilts, but I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, we got the kilts. Got a sweet pink jacket.
It looks great.
Playing They Live. It's around that time, I think. Have you seen that movie?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, wow. You've got to watch it.
The only movie I've seen with Roddy Piper in it he was in Body Slam, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Body Slam's the only movie I've seen with Roddy Piper in it.
Yeah.
I've seen him on a few episodes of Always Sunny.
That's true. He is, and it's always
the
Sunny.
maniac. There's that one where I don't know what they're talking about, but he's like, you have kids? And he goes, not anymore. And he just walks away from him.
Now, did you ever watch the wife swap episode?
Yes, with Ric Flair?
With Ric Flair,
I
yep.
did. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, Ric Flair and Roddy Piper wife swap. If anyone's listening that hasn't seen that, try to find it out. It's got to be on YouTube somewhere. It's pretty good.
So who was Ric Flair's wife at this time? Because he's had many.
That seems judgmental, Brent. Okay, no, I don't know which one his wife was. It wasn't the current one that he's now broken up with again.
Wendy was
Wendy's the current one, which used to be Fifi.
Yes.
In WCW.
Yes.
Actually, I think it was Charlotte. No, was it Charlotte's mom?
It might have been Charlotte's mom. I can't. Who knows? Who knows? He probably can't keep him straight. How the fuck am I supposed to?
No, neither can his alimony payments.
Oh, Ric Flair. Ric Flair has got to be broke.
Yeah, I always liked his thing where he said he spent more money on spilt liquor, and he spent more money on alimony than anything.
How much do you think Diana Hart spent on that jacket?
A whole lot of money. That's a lot of money. What's funny is I actually insured someone today with the last name Hart Smith, and their last name was combined, Hart Smith, all one word.
Wow.
And I thought, man, that's really coincidental that we're going to be watching, a Hart and Smith.
Diana Hart Smith.
Yeah.
It's two words, not one.
That was 2 words. This was all one word.
So they're not related.
No.
I can't imagine. You run across a lot of strange names, that's for sure.
I do. See a lot of names every day.
My favorite one was when you sent me that this person was going to be flying into the Bong airport, which
was that Richard I. Bong or Richard A. Bong or something like that?
The craziest thing about it is this kid used to always come into the store that I worked at, and he always had like Milwaukee Bucks stuff on. And my friend that I worked for, his brother-in-law he's from Chicago, but he went to school in like the Wisconsin area, so he knows that area. And they were telling me about how there's a park there called Richard I. Bong Park. And it's called Bong Park. Yeah. And then like a couple days later, you sent me that, and I was like, holy shit, I was just talking to somebody about the Bong Park, and now you're talking about the Bong Airport.
What a small world we live in.
Yeah, definitely.
Richard I. Bong.
The Richard I. Bong Park / airport, where you can get high as fuck on airplanes, of course. God damn.
On airplanes.
Or the monkey bars. We don't know.
Could be. Man, they're really letting Diana talk. Is she a captivating speaker?
She must be. Do you remember, like, in 1996, the whole angle between her? It's like Bret Hart. No, sorry, it's the Bulldog. Her and Shawn Michaels were like Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I'd try to like have an affair with her or something like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I did. Wasn't there something where they ended up stopping it because of like the kids? Like people were like harassing the Bulldog's kids at school because his mom was a cheater.
His mom's banging Shawn Michaels on the side.
Your mom's banging the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It seems funny that later on, I think it was Jericho and Michaels had a feud, and Michaels' wife at the time was in the ring. And didn't Jericho, like for real, like punch her in the face?
Yeah. Yeah, he actually did punch her. Yeah.
Yeah, like he just laid her out in the ring.
Of course, like on accident, but yeah. He pushed it a little too far.
This guy's tall.
That's Lennox Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Heavyweight boxing champion, Lennox Lewis.
Gotcha. I'm like, why is this guy so big? He's huge compared to Bulldog, and Bulldog's a big man.
Which in like the 1990s when Lennox Lewis was very popular as a boxer, I'm sure a lot of American people, when they first heard him speak, were like, what the fuck? They probably were just confused because they had never heard such a British accent before.
Yeah.
He's a soft-spoken British man. I love Lennox Lewis.
Was Seal British?
I believe he was. Hideous man, Seal. Somehow married a model.
Yeah, pulled off Heidi Klum. Good for you, Steele. That "Kiss by a Rose" song really sent you to superstardom.
Did he have any other songs?
I'm sure he did, but not to that extent. I mean, that'd be like the biggest hit of the summer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That probably around this time too, 92.
There was a guy in the front row there with a mean unibrow. That shit was mean. It was Anthony Davis mean.
Was it the Rock's people eyebrow?
I mean, he could have done the people eyebrow, just like lifted both of his eyebrows because he only had one eyebrow.
The people's unibrow.
The people's unibrow.
Yeah, Lennox Lewis. Wow, he's huge.
He's a big man. Yeah, that's what she said.
Man. Who do you think would win in a fight here?
A boxing match?
Howard Finkel or Lennox Lewis?
Lennox Lewis could beat Howard Finkel with both of his hands tied behind his back. You just headbutt him to death.
At Howard Finkel, he's a scrappy man.
He is. They should have brought the ring cards for this show.
Do you think Howard Finkel and Mean Gene ever got upset at each other on who stole each other's look?
I don't think Howard could really stake claim to that one. I think Mean Gene's got him beat by a few years.
That's a very happy child. Was he was the bulldog person a boy or a girl?
Is the British Bulldog going to win whether he wants to or not?
Yeah.
So for the longest time I thought it was a boy, but it isn't. Apparently it was a girl.
Okay, that's what I heard because I looked back into it, and I always thought it was a boy that did it, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting.
Same. Yeah, same. I think I saw.
I didn't know if maybe you had any. Oh, Diana Hart, she's really into this one.
Well, she doesn't know who to root for. Does she root for her brother? Does she root for her husband? What does she do, Mayor? Clutch that jacket. Clutch that rodeo jacket, Diana.
Yeah, grab those fringes.
Hold on tight. Seriously, it looks like she got that thing like she's about to go to the rodeo. Like that's what somebody who goes to the rodeo wears. That's watching, not to participate in the rodeo.
Who had the better jacket, Brett or Diana? It's a family of good jackets.
It's a solid jacket family.
And
family
jeans.
Of jackets.
Good
and
jeans in that family. Lots of professional wrestlers.
Good. Oh, I thought you meant like actual jeans. No,
like denim.
Like denim jeans, yeah. Which go perfectly with jackets.
Yeah.
Is he gonna give the glass? Wouldn't that be hilarious if he went out there and gave the glasses to the sister?
He's trying to win her over in the match.
And then he just waves to Davey Boy.
Now, do you think any of these are actually Brett's kids?
That kid's not Brett's kid, no.
No. I'm surprised there wasn't another group of all the hearts other than Natty. That I mean, she really wasn't a heart; she's a night heart. But there had to be 8, 9 kids.
She's 50% heart, pal.
Yeah, 50%.
Yeah, no, none of Brett's kids got into wrestling. He probably told him not to. He said, "Be careful. There's this guy called Goldberg."
Yeah, anything's safer than wrestling a match than Goldberg.
He will end your career. Well, they got a nice big "Go Bulldog" sign in the crowd. For some reason, it made me think of football. I thought we were watching the Georgia Bulldogs game.
Are you a Georgia Bulldog fan?
No, I like the Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's been bleak, but I can't help it. I can't help it, Mayor.
I didn't know if maybe you had an SEC team or something.
No, nobody likes anybody from the SEC except for people who like the SEC. The only other college team, only other college football team I really root for is, of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yes, there we go.
Brett can't get into a power contest with the Bulldog here, as the Bulldog just tossed him into the first row. Damn near.
That was a good shoulder block. I don't know why there's a gap between the ring. What do you want to call it? The outside mat, and like a gap between the rail. That looks really dangerous.
Very dangerous. Kind of like remember when WCW used to have like a Road Wild, and like the ring would be on like a stage, and then there would be like just dirt, and you just get thrown out of the ring off the mats and into the dirt. Oh, here we go. We got some chain wrestling going on here.
Yeah,
fans are very excited. Lots of booing.
Now, the fans are definitely behind Bulldog here, right?
I mean, gotta be. I'm sure Brett's going to have a smattering of applause here and there, but he's in his home country. It's got to be. Oh, go behind. Oh, beautiful roll up here. Oh man, this is going to be too good for us. I don't know what to
Yeah,
do. Paul
yeah. This
Smackage.
is
Poor Joey Morella is going to have his hands full. He is going to be sore after this one. Many 2.5 counts are going to be happening here.
good deep chin lock there.
So, story that I read about in Brett's book about before this match with Davey Boy. Apparently, he had some trouble connecting with Davey Boy and couldn't really get a hold of him before they flew over to have the match. And he's looking around for Davey Boy everywhere. He can't find him, so he calls up Jim Neidhart just to maybe Jim's talked to him. And Jim's like, "Oh no, man, he's in a bad way." And Brett's like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "Man, he's been on a bender. He's been up smoking crack for 2-3 days." And Brett's like. And he's like, he's got a real problem. And Brett's like, well, what do you mean? How do you know that? He's like, well, I was with him. I was smoking crack with him. And it's like, he's got a problem. You were smoking crack with him.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem. I'm
So
the
apparently, in Brett's
wow.
book,
I've never heard anything about that. I didn't realize that they were the rock smokers.
Smith had been on a serious bender before this match. I didn't make this story up. It's in Brett's book. I just thought that was so hilarious that Jim Neidhart would go, he's got a real fucking problem. And they go, well, how do you know? Well, I was with him. What do you mean? How do I know?
Yeah, that's God dang. I never would have pictured old Jim Neidhart as a crack rock smoker.
Well, yeah, I guess so, pal. I guess so. According to Bret Hart.
Now, does Diana still think this is all real here? I feel like Bret isn't letting anyone in on the secret.
I think Diana probably knew it wasn't real when she was fucking 4 years old. So she's like, no, the guy who wrestled the bear last week, the bear lives under our porch. It's a working bear. I ain't a damn fool. There's a bear under the porch. That's the guy wrestling everybody. Come on.
The working bear. Have you ever seen any of the Canadian ladder matches? It's a weird thing to watch. I'm talking pre, WWF version ladder match.
I watched Jake the Snake Roberts take on Sylvester Ritter, which of course is Junkyard Dog, in a ladder match.
Okay, I think that's the same one I watched. Yeah. Oh, okay.
They had the one painter's ladder that only one person could climb, and they had to climb up, and it wasn't hanging from anything. You had to climb up into the rafters and grab it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous looking. It was one of the dumbest things I think I've seen. At least in wrestling.
This never happened, but if you could have got a Bret Hart British Bulldog ladder match, that would have been something.
Yeah, that would have been really good.
Or Bret Owen in a ladder match. I don't think we ever saw Bret really in a ladder match. I know he had. I don't know if have you ever seen. So Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels had the actual first ladder match in WWF history, but it was on a house show, which they released it on DVD later on. But yeah, so Bret did have, I think, that one ladder match with Shawn Michaels, but that's it.
I'm sure skinny afroed Bret back from Canada probably had a ladder match.
He did. He probably with Dynamite Kid or something. Which,
yeah,
goddamn,
I'm sure they did.
Book that on AEW Dynamite. Those two in their prime tomorrow, and that's getting 5 stars, possibly 6.
That's it.
7.
Okay, 7.
8 in the Tokyo Dome, brother. Which were you shocked and appalled to find out that Kota Ibushi revealed that New Japan is in fact working with the Yakuza?
I didn't hear anything about this.
You didn't hear that?
No.
Yeah, apparently him and New Japan Pro Wrestling are on the outs, and it's kind of been hush hush known that they've been working with the Yakuza for ever, which is the Japanese mob, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he kind of was like, yeah, they're definitely working with them.
So do you think Tony D will be able to go over there and have a feud?
Hey, probably.
Hey, Yakuza this.
Which, goddamn, that on NXT 2.0 is some of the worst shit ever. First of all, who am I supposed to cheer for? What side of this am I supposed to like?
From which part of the Tony D stuff that's going on?
Yeah, with Santos Escobar. Who's the babyface and who's the heel? Am I supposed to root for a mobster? Or am I supposed to root for a Don, a Kingpin, or whatever the fuck Santos Escobar is? It makes no sense.
I don't know. I think Santos is supposed to be the babyface, but it seems like the crowd is behind Tony D. I don't know. It's goofy.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No.
I just want to bang my head against the wall.
I just watched for Grayson Waller.
I watched. They had what's her name? Nikita Lyons versus Ariana Grace. That's too much for one man to handle.
Ariana Grace. Who is
That's
that?
So that's Santino Morella's daughter.
Oh, she was. I
Yeah,
missed that.
she wrestled Nikita Lyons. Yeah,
Yeah.
which I was really impressed with. Fallon Henley, which she had a match. I don't even remember
Yeah.
who she wrestled, but she was really good. I liked her.
She's been really good with Briggs and Stratton. What are their names?
Jensen.
Briggs and Jensen.
I
Briggs
mean,
and
I understand
Jensen.
why you would get distracted by Tiffany Stratton. It makes sense.
Yes.
Which her and Grayson Waller, that's a great pairing. Like I said, people,
Yes.
this match is too good. We're going to talk about something else.
Yeah. This is we don't normally break down chain wrestling and counter wrestling and actual quick pinfalls and reversals. I'm used to watching Nails choke someone 35 moves in a row.
Right. For a solid 3 minutes of Nails just choking.
Yeah. Ref trying to stop it. Nails just doesn't care. He doesn't understand what's going on.
He's like, I just got out of prison. Are you kidding me? I was just in Rikers. You woke up in the morning and choked somebody to get breakfast. That's how it worked.
I just got done coaching special teams with Coach Hayden Fox.
Hayden Fox. I forgot we were calling him Dauber. You know why? Because he looks like Dauber.
He looks just like Dauber. Actually, I saw a picture of him as was it Magnificent Mike? One of his gimmicks or something. Yeah. Magnificent Mark. I don't know. One of the names.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I saw a picture of him, and he kind of looked like when Stone Cold had the long blonde hair.
He looked like stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah, it was stunning Steve. Look at this.
Oh, beautiful monkey flip. This is just, I mean, this is textbook. If you want to watch a great wrestling match, and this is the one for you. Which I can't imagine. Which the demo on this show is like 35 to 60. So I can't imagine that anybody that we're listening to right now has never seen this match. But if you haven't, go watch it. I know what you're doing with your life. I love the way Bret Hart takes any turnbuckle bump. He just does it with it makes it look like he's running into a brick wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he's not just running, like he's literally being thrown into something.
Yeah.
Not just running himself. Like he's being thrown.
And I mean, the precision on that bulldog right there. Beautiful stuff.
The bulldog on the bulldog just.
Oh, the earth should have exploded at that moment.
You think someone's going to hit the hitman with a hitman?
I hope not.
Actually, this body slam from the top rope is called a hitman.
It is the hitman. Yep. Everybody knows that. Now we're just trading top rope jumps. Oh,
God, dang.
I haven't seen the bulldog jump off the top rope much, but wow, that was something.
There's a reason for that after watching it. It looked like me diving into a pool. Like I'm kind of halfway there.
Al, I've seen you dive into a pool. You actually do it pretty gracefully.
Okay, I guess so, but I forgot the truth was out of the bag on that one.
Goddamn, pal, you're a cruiserweight now. You're like the size of Rey Mysterio. You're going to be hopping out the sky doing 619s at the pool this year, pal.
Yeah, I said my new name's going to be Rey Mysterio.
I love it. That's good shit, pal. Oh, speaking of good shit.
Oh,
Bulldog tries to throw Bret into the ropes. He just ducks out. Bulldog's in the front row. Now he's playing up to the crowd.
Reversal to counter wrestling. It's just so good in this.
Using someone else's momentum against them. That's how you do it, pal.
The key to jiu-jitsu.
That's right. It's believable in a real fight.
Using someone's momentum and weight against them.
That's right. That's right. That's how you get the bigger man down.
Yeah.
Bret Hart knows.
Major jiu-jitsu wrestler. Professional.
When I think of Bret Hart. Oh, God.
Oh, wow. That looked really dangerous.
I think Bulldog might have been a little bit off where he was supposed to be standing there, and Bret kind of went over. He had to grab Bulldog, or else he was going into the front row, into that gap that the mayor spoke of earlier, and he kind of grabbed Bulldog just by the top of his head, back of his neck area.
Yeah, that almost looked like a dragon. What do they call that? The dragon DDT.
Oh yeah, like yep,
like
the reverse
Sting's
DDT.
finisher, like Sting's.
Yeah, the Scorpion Death Drop.
Scorpion Death Drop, but I think it was called like an Asai drop or something like that before.
We'll need
Dragon.
to have Excalibur. I'll probably know the name of that move.
The Asai drop, 1973.
The Asai New Japan Isaiah Takashi suplex.
Morimoto.
The Morimoto suplex. The Morimoto special.
I just realized I had a dog in here sleeping. I didn't even know it was in here. I heard it snoring, so I hope it isn't going. Like,
no, I haven't. I haven't heard a thing, pal. I haven't heard a thing.
Yeah, there's only one dog in the room with me.
Are those? I wonder those Macho Man the fingers that people are waving because they're like
the green finger that's out there. I don't know. I think it might just be a SummerSlam event finger.
Oh, that could very well be.
Because there's so many of them, and
get your SummerSlam finger in with your SummerSlam finger.
I want to look that up. There's
don't look up SummerSlam finger in. What's wrong with you?
Maybe Glenn has one. Can we contact Glenn to figure out if he has a SummerSlam finger?
Glenn, never mind. I can't say it. I can't get it
out. and a quick snap drop kick here from the Hitman. It's not called the excellence of execution for nothing.
And then from there, what a maneuver!
What a maneuver!
I don't think Vince McMahon called this one though. I'm trying to think who would have been on the call for this.
Not JR yet.
No, JR wasn't. WrestleMania 9. That is Toga.
He was getting close.
He was. He was getting closer and closer. It's going to be a slobber knocker.
All those fingers. You know what's crazy is look how many kids. I can't tell, but it looks like a lot of kids in the front of that crowd. Like kids can't afford front row tickets anymore. You're not getting pay-per-view front tickets for at least in the first 5 rows for under $1,000 or so.
No, I mean when I went to WrestleMania and I got tickets for $75 a piece. You couldn't for $75 a piece. Now you'd be sitting at the top of the stadium at WrestleMania. You'd be in the nosebleeds for $75 a piece.
Yeah, and that's like a humongous stadium. Like you're going to be watching the TV the entire time anyway.
So you might as well just stay the fuck at home.
Might as well just stay home.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you're going to have to deal with parking and walking and maybe
the bathrooms closer.
The bathrooms stink.
Right. But I mean, your bathroom at your house is closer. You don't have to wait in line for a beer. Beers aren't, $27.
No, exactly. I can't imagine what a WrestleMania beer is these days.
I'm never going to WrestleMania. I've just decided. I'll just watch it home.
Yeah. I'm going to a wrestling event next Saturday, though, so I'm excited for that.
Well, I mean, a show in your area, you don't have to pay for, travel and all that other shit. So if they had a WrestleMania at Memorial Stadium where Nebraska plays, I'm fucking there, man. But that's never going to happen. So.
Oh, nice snap backbreaker.
This cameraman guy too. He's been here the whole time. He's just standing there. I don't know what he's doing. I believe like he just found some coveralls and snuck in the arena, and now he's got a front row ticket. This man, he's not doing anything. What's he doing?
The guy looks like Rivera. Geraldo.
He does look like a very tall Geraldo Rivera. Which fuck that guy. He's on the list of people I'd slap if I saw him.
That's a long list.
There's many people. I'm trying to think of who's number 1 on that list. I think it's Grayson Allen. I will fight Grayson Allen in the street if I seen him.
Grayson Allen, not Grayson Waller.
No, not Grayson Waller. He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks, and he used to go to Duke, and he's a tripping ass little bitch, and I'd punch him right in the face.
There's someone else recently that likes to do a lot of dirty fouls in the NBA, and I can't remember who it is.
I can't think of anybody either. I was discussing this with someone earlier, and sometimes the NBA game nowadays, I just don't understand it. It's like you're up by 20. Why are we jacking threes? Stop jacking threes. You're up 20.
Dribble the clock down.
Exactly. Get it inside.
Take some high percentage shots. Don't keep going.
Right. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, trading blows here. Bret Hart always locked him in the sleeper hold. Shades of Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake.
Another reversal to a, wear down submission move here.
I also can't get over how high water Joey Marilla's
he's got those socks. You wouldn't notice it as bad if he could have worn some black socks with that.
Yeah.
But those are really standing out.
Like he got like one size pants smaller than he actually needed.
he bought them in Britain. Like he wasn't confused. He was confused by the metric system.
They lost his luggage.
Yeah, so he had to go over there, and he's like, "What size are you?" I don't know, 36. So they gave him 36-centimeter pants.
They gave him 36 stone pants instead of 36-meter pants.
Oh God, he kicked him in the nose for real. That looked brutal.
That's what you get for smoking crack for 2 days, motherfucker. That's probably what he
Yeah,
told him.
probably didn't feel it. His nose is probably tingling.
He's like,
He's got
go
that
ahead.
Weekend song. I can't feel my face.
He's like, go ahead, brother. I don't got it. It's fine, brother. Hit me as hard as you want. I can't feel it. I can't feel it anymore. Brett also said that they had like the whole thing planned out, and I guess Davey Boy in the middle of like as soon as the match started, told him I forgot it all.
I don't know where I am.
What day is it?
I forgot it all. Why are there all these people at my house?
And maybe quite possibly Bret Hart made all this shit up to make himself sound better, but I just don't feel like he did. So
no, I don't think he's going to shit on Davey Boy. But if it was, someone else that he's talking about, maybe like.
Now there's a book that Diana wrote, and she said a lot of really bad things about Davey Boy. I'm not going to repeat them here, but very bad things. Way worse.
Is it Dark Side of the Ring worthy?
No, yeah, it could be.
Okay,
it could be. Oh, he fought out of the sleeper, but then Brett managed to lock him back in it again, which is great stuff because it's getting the crowd more on Davey Boy's side because they think he's going to break out, but he just can't get away. Now he just broke out again.
Yes, really selling, a battle of attrition here.
Lots of ring psychology, definitely.
Yeah.
I just can't. And Joey Marilla's bow tie's all crooked. Come on, Joey Marilla, get it together. It's the main event.
He hasn't had it together since the beginning. Oh God! A middle rope nut buster. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I don't think that was the plan.
The crack made him miss a little bit. Crack cocaine's a hell of a drug.
If he had slept a couple more hours, maybe you would have been able to get him across the top rope. Oh, big clothesline. I'm surprised. I'm assuming that now they're going to do some sort of thing where they're trying to get Brett out of the ring because I assume the spot was probably to get Brett on the top rope to get him out of the ring, or maybe not.
Do you think British Bulldog and Lawrence Taylor from WrestleMania 8 were hanging out together beforehand? Wink, wink.
Possibly. Well, the only thing I can tell you, Mayor, is that I wasn't even fucking there.
I wasn't there. It was like Shaggy.
It wasn't me. What there was a sign in the crowd that was very long word written, and I hope he holds it up again so I can try to read it. Did you know Colin does backflips in his sleep? Did you know that, Mayor? Colin does backflips in his sleep.
Is that really what it said? I was trying to read it too.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said.
That's what it looked like to me.
I thought fucking the British Bulldog was about to do the three amigos, the three suplexes there. He didn't, but I thought he was gonna.
I'm not sure who Colin is, but I think AEW just signed him.
I mean, if he can do backflips in his sleep, fuck yeah, he can.
Yeah.
The first ever narcoleptic wrestler. Oh fuck! I should.
Nope. Wendy Chu already took that.
That's gonna be the next goddamn gimmick. That's gonna be part of her gimmick now. She's gonna fall asleep during the match.
Wendy Chu?
Oh, she has fallen asleep during matches, hasn't she?
Yeah.
God
so has half the crowd.
My God. And then, like, she was in a match this week, and she's not a bad wrestler. She's really not a bad wrestler. It's just you put her in a fucking onesie, and she does all this dumb shit. It's like, what are we even doing? God damn it.
Yeah.
And have you seen her? She's not exactly... She's good looking, so like, why would you put her in a onesie? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, it still is an upgrade from her Shang Tsung gimmick, where she sat in a chair and acted like a 4,000-year-old.
I like that better than this.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I hate supernatural stuff when it comes to wrestling, but it still is better than the narcoleptic girl.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen her do any falling asleep. She's just a criminal now. She's done Grand Theft Auto. She tried to kill Mandy Rose.
That's terrible in my book.
what else did they do? She freaking she sprayed people with super soaker, so that's devastating. Mandy Rose lives in a pool.
Yeah.
So how is water supposed to scare her?
No, I would power her up, I would think.
Right?
Oh, God. Beautiful suplex.
I thought that was going to be it, but they managed to kick out of the crowds going fucking banana. These guys are working their asses off here. We don't have the words to do justice.
This has been just continuous excitement here.
It is, but we've decided to discuss the life and times of Wendy Choo, the crimes of Wendy Choo. That's going to be Dark Side of the Ring, the crimes of Wendy Choo.
She did catch someone in a. Speaking of Goldberg, a Rube Goldberg trap.
She caught them in a net. I saw that
in the net where they stepped on like a.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was actually like a series of events that caused it, but
she had like a remote control, like fucking Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania when he shot the the fireworks up Sami Zayn's ass.
Oh man.
I love it. It was hilarious. Anyway,
I would have went with a Roman candle myself.
Well, I mean, we live in the Midwest, so everybody's seen a Roman candle fight.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyone that hasn't been in a Roman candle battle they can't hang with me. That's for sure. If you have never shot another human being with a Roman candle, you ain't gangsta.
If you have never tried to set your friends on fire, you do not live in the Midwest.
No, we do this for fun. We like you and we'll shoot you with a Roman candle.
That's right. Imagine what we do to people we don't like.
Yeah.
Brett's trying to lock in the sharpshooter while on the ground here, which is pretty smart because the British Bulldog's pretty smart. I mean, pretty strong, so it might be hard to do it the old-fashioned way. Uh-oh. Is he going to get it? He might get it here. This is going to be very impressive. Different.
Drags it through. He's going to get it.
He's got it. I don't think I've ever seen him apply it that way, so that's interesting.
Applying it from the ground and rolling through it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. He's really locking it back here, too. Is Bulldog going to be able to hold on? The suspense is building. The bad news for Brett is he's too close to the ropes.
Yeah.
You got it.
Brett should have sat on it a little longer, though. You don't fall off there. Is she dressed like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber when he gets all the money? I swear he has that exact same outfit on. I'm going to do a picture-in-picture after this. That's identical. We've landed on the moon. Diana Hart Smith is Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber.
Was that before or after this came out?
I don't know.
Did we miss the end of the match? Bulldog won. It's Diana Christmas.
Diana Christmas.
Oh my God, that's great. I'm dead. I'm never gonna be able to unsee that now. Diana Hart is Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
We've landed on the moon.
Amazing. That's hilarious.
It's the outfit. It's the same outfit.
All she needs is the hat. That's it.
Oh my gosh. I'll Photoshop that thing on. It's happening.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. The British Bulldog is the new Intercontinental Champion. He's defeated his brother-in-law, Bret Hart. Lloyd Christmas's sister, Diana, is very happy.
Bret's face is really telling the story here that, like, man, I really gave it my all and he got me this time, but I don't still think he's better than me.
Oh, man, even Joey Morello's crying.
Joey Morello's crying. Bret's crying because they all just saw Diana Hart Smith walk in as Lloyd Christmas for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, it's the exact same jacket. It's the same.
I think he has on black gloves too when he's in there too, doesn't he?
I want to say you're right. You've probably seen that movie a few more times than I have, but yeah. I want to say you're right. Bulldog wants him to shake hands here. Bret says no, but then maybe he's changed his mind. What's he gonna do, Mayor? Do you think they're gonna shake hands? Do you think he's gonna slap him in the face?
Is shaking hands in the UK a sign of respect?
I think so. I
I
mean,
would
I
think
think
so.
shaking hands everywhere is a sign of respect, isn't it?
I don't know. There's some weird things. Like the peace sign is like flipping people off in certain areas, and
Really?
yeah, yeah. Oh man, they're bro
No.
hugging it up.
What a moment.
What a moment.
Look at the crowd. They're going crazy here. Glenn Abbott was there, probably going crazy himself. I bet he was crying like a baby. DJing, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah. I can't see it. It's so funny. It's the same jacket.
It's the exact same jacket. It's like they're the same wardrobe. Oh my god.
Little sister. I'm assuming that's his little sister, right? She's younger than him.
I want to. Yeah, I think you're right.
It's
I
gotta
think that's
be.
right. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think
Owen
there's
was the
any.
youngest.
I don't think any of the sisters are older than Brett. I think Brett's the old. I don't know. There's too many of those goddamn kids to remember.
God, she's as tall as
She
all of
is.
them.
Unless she's got high heels on, she's about the same height as both of these men. You are correct.
How
Well,
did
that
they
does.
not? Oh wait, I was gonna say, how did they not have an offspring and have? But he did wrestle for the WWF and was
They
signed
did.
by him like 9 times.
Yeah, most recently for like a month.
Like, how did that guy not get signed? He's jacked and the son of a wrestler.
Right. I mean, and just look at him.
Yeah, just look at him. Looks like a star.
Absolutely, pal. Oh, they got the fireworks going. Look at this.
He must hang out with Jim Neidhart on the weekends too.
Probably not. I probably bet he doesn't. I don't think he's into the same things as
Oh, okay.
this old man was. Oh my god, look! I love the '90s
Fireworks.
pyrotechnics.
Lots of fireworks.
I thought the whole fucking thing was on fire there for a second.
Wembley's going up in flames.
The London Bridge is falling. Sorry.
It was the crush.
Because it got crushed. Bulldog celebrating with his countrymen up on the top rope.
Do you think we're ever going to see an Intercontinental Championship ever close out a pay-per-view again?
I mean, it could possibly happen with, because you've heard
half the time I don't even know who the Intercontinental Champion is anymore.
Roman's going to be working less dates, so maybe they push one of those cards to be. Who knows, pal? But that's it. That's the end. We have watched all of SummerSlam 1992. We're going to move on next week and back to more mullets and superstars action.
Oh yeah,
10 p.m. Eastern time as always. Mayor, you got anything you want to plug? Why don't you go? You can do the SportsWire Radio plug. Go.
The SportsWire Radio plug. Please, everyone, tune in to SportsWire Radio at the above advertisement right here as I'm pointing at SportsWire Radio. Download that. Listen. Click the link. Although there's no link. You can try. If it's a touch screen, you might be able to. Try
There
it,
is
friends.
a link.
Go ahead and touch your screen.
The link is in any of our
I'm
show
like Jim Cornette plugging technology. Touch the screen, folks. See how it goes.
All you got to do is touch the screen, folks, and say SportsWire Radio, and you'll be there.
Yeah. Say, hey, Siri, if you have an iPhone, and say, hey, Siri,
take me
open
to
SportsWire Radio.
That might work. I'm not 100%.
See, I'm telling folks, I'm learning them. For anyone over the age of, maybe our age, anyone older than me, which probably is like no one, anyone older than me listening, say, hey, Siri, are you following along so far? And then say, open SportsWire Radio and see what happens.
Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Report back to me next week.
And then follow Brent at AWI Pod or his, I won't give you his personal one because no one needs to know the stuff that he says on there. That's like the beginning of the show.
I don't want you I don't want you wrestling fans following me on there.
No. Or follow along at the mayor at, I don't know, I think mine said Mayor of Canton.
You got it.
Mayor of Canton. Follow along there.
And make sure you follow Thomas at Thomas Bryce 2017. Give
Thomas Bryce at Thomas Bryce 2017. Follow along there. Click follow all of us because we're all some good folks.
That's awesome. And make sure you, as always, check out Piece of Business. Glenn and Jeremy out every Sunday. They talk about NXT UK and NXT 2.0. They watch it so you don't have to, because sometimes I don't want to.
And even though they don't have the belt anymore,
boom. It's not the champion. All right, pals. That's it. That's all we got for you. We'll talk to you next week.